Like, I don't even care if you have a huge, hi everyone, we'll get started in a couple minutes. You hear my ramblings. I forgot we went live. Every time. I will say I'm not ready for vegan tomorrow. I feel very good today. I felt horrible yesterday. I feel really good today. I feel like the reset is like this for me. I'll have like a good day or two, and then I'll have a day where I freaking hate it. And then I'll have a day or two where I'm like, I feel really good and I'm happy. And then,
yeah.
Is that normal? I just feel like
I'm sure. That's what I've seen people post that before in the group for it, that it's like an emotional roller coaster some days.
It is.
Where once I get through half of it, I'm good to go.
Tomorrow starts my last 7 days, so I feel a little bit better, but it is a lot. It's a lot less food than I'm used to. So tomorrow I might be a little hangry. It feels like it's not very much food. I was like looking at my all of my food I get for the day, and I was like, okay, I'll make it work. Okay, we're gonna jump in. Do you want to screen?
I'm gonna bring up the slides here, everybody.
And I'm gonna mute myself because you're going first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We do have a couple viewers.
Awesome. Yay. Thanks everybody for getting on. Can you see that, Sean?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So welcome to week 2 of our Girl Boss Basics group. We're very excited for the participation that everybody's been giving in the group. It's motivating to see so many new coaches that are really putting in the effort and moving their business forward and learning these basics that are really going to help build a foundation for your business. So one thing, a quote that we have for you to get started tonight is, we said here, a simple hello could lead to a million things. So the thing that we're going to talk to you tonight is about connecting with people. And it can be very nerve-wracking talking to people. I remember as a new coach, and still today as a veteran coach, almost 2 years into doing this, that when I go to send somebody a message to talk to them, I sometimes think to myself, oh no, like last time we talked, we didn't really end on the best of terms or something like that. And we were never really close friends, or I don't want them to think that I'm coming across salesy. Like, we get all of these thoughts and excuses and fears and nerves in our head about talking to somebody. But what if that one hello could lead to a million other things when you just hit the send button? And I promise you, it happens all the time. And if they aren't interested in joining you in a challenge group, they're going to tell you that. But just saying hello, hi, how are you? How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun? I saw you went to the beach, you went to the zoo. Just connecting with people is going to build that trust, instead of coming across and saying, hey, I have a challenge group starting up on Monday. I want you to join, and here's what we're going to do. I mean, there's a right and a wrong way to do it, but just saying hello to somebody can really make their day. So don't let that fear stop you from helping other people. When we first start up as coaches, I know that we talk about creating a list of 100 people, and that can sound so overwhelming. I remember when I was going through my training, when I first started as a coach, and going through the online office and hearing that make a list of 100 names, and I was like, how the heck am I going to think of 100 people? So I wrote down some people, and I think I got to 20 people on my list, and I was stuck. So I got out the memory tracker. I went through my Facebook friend list. I made that list of 100 people, and I started checking people off as I started connecting with them. With that being said, that list has now grown to over 1,000 people for me. I think I'm almost at like 1,200 people-ish on there now. I'm not a good numbers person, but that's the last I remember seeing. I just look more at my people that I have on it versus the number now. But if I would have never started that list and started connecting with people, I wouldn't have such a network of people that I can now work with. And I didn't start that big list. I didn't start keeping track of everybody until a year ago, because I didn't have the business activity tracker at my hands. I just thought that was one of those busy work things. But in the end, that business activity tracker has really helped make things easier and more organized. So this list would have grown to 1,000 people if I prejudged or let fear stop me from reaching out to them. If I would have said, no, I can't message them because I haven't talked to them in 5 years, that list wouldn't have grown. And there's still people today that message me and say, hey, I've been following you and I see all of the success that you're having with the people that you're helping. I'm wondering if you can help me too. I had somebody message me today. It went to my other inbox, and so I saw it and I messaged her back because she's in Canada and she didn't know if I work with people in Canada, and she was super, super sweet. And so we started connecting tonight and chatting. But even for her, if she wouldn't have reached out to me, I didn't know she was following me on my like page, but she did that. So you cannot help people if you do not talk to them. You have to be talking to people behind the scenes. I'd say about 80 to 90% of what I do and what Polly Sean's doing is behind the scenes. We are talking to people behind the scenes, whether it's our current challengers, talking to new people every day, adding people to our network behind the scenes. Most of what we're doing is behind the scenes. So you have to put that passion of what you're doing in your why. Why is it that you're doing this as a priority, so that when you get that fear in you, you can still push forward and say, I'm going to message 5 people today. I'm going to step outside that comfort zone and I'm going to see who is interested in my help. Who is it that I can make a difference in their day just by saying, hey, I saw that picture of you at the wedding last night and you looked beautiful. People love that. I mean, just think about all those compliments that, even especially for moms. I was listening to a podcast today while I was walking, and I'm out of my own podcast, so I'm listening to a mom podcast, and it's the creator of Stroller Strides, and she talked about just helping other people and messaging somebody when you're going to the grocery store, another mom, and just saying, hey, I'm going to the grocery store. What can I pick up for you? Just doing those little acts of kindness and just giving people compliments and asking how you can help them make a world of difference. And that's basically what we're doing, you guys. Just sending simple messages to people or calling somebody on the phone or asking somebody to meet up for coffee. It can make a world of difference in their day. So put that first. So with that, some tips on talking to people. Don't be dependent on a response. If you don't hear from somebody, it's okay to follow up with them, especially if you'd already been starting to talk and then you send a message and you didn't hear back from them and it's been 24 hours. Send them a follow-up message. Maybe they got busy in their day, they opened the message, their kids came and talked to them, and they got sidetracked. That happens to me all of the time. I open a message and I forget to respond to it. So make sure that you're following up with people, just saying, hey, Annie, I hope you're having a great weekend. I just wanted to follow up with you since we talked yesterday, and then just, add in what it was you were talking about. You don't have to overthink it. Just be you. Sean and I are always trying to create different scripts for you guys to really help with verbiage of what you can say to people. But in the end, a lot of it comes down to being you and making those scripts you and making them sound like you. But being you and being the genuine person that you are and that we know you are, that's what's going to come across in those messages. If you're not trying to be pushy, you're not going to come across as pushy. If you're not trying to be a salesperson, you're not going to come across as a salesperson. So just be you and put that person first. Look at their Facebook page and think of discussion topics. And so kind of like I said earlier, look at their Facebook, and if they went to the beach, if they went to a wedding this weekend, if, their kids had a birthday party, if they went on vacation. There's so much stuff going on right now. Or even if they have kids, talk to them about schools getting started. I know people that are sending their kids to school already. So that kind of thing can also be a discussion topic. There's so much stuff, you guys, to be talking to people about if you just open that horizon and think outside the box and get yourself outside that comfort zone. Another thing that we can use with talking to people is forming. So talk to them about their family. That's the F. Ask them how their family's doing. If they went on vacation this summer, ask them how old their kids are. Ask them if they have anything fun going on for this winter. Are they going to be traveling? Are they, there's all kinds of family things that you can ask them about. The O is for occupation. So ask them if they're working. How is work going? Where are they working at these days? Are they working full-time or part-time? Are they a stay-at-home mom? You know, just really getting to know them and where they're at in life. The R is for recreation. So asking them, so what are you up to for fun these days? What do you like to do? Getting to know their hobbies, basically. You know, do they like to go on vacation? Do they like to go shopping? A lot of that kind of stuff you can find out from people's news feeds, especially if there's somebody who posts frequently on Facebook. So just asking them about their recreation and then sending them that message and putting their life and their story into that message and saying, hey, I just wanted to let you know I have a free 5-day healthy eating group coming up, and I really focus towards busy moms and a busy lifestyle, and I wanted to invite you to that. Would that be something that you're interested in? So putting that form, the 4 that you talked to them about, and turn it into a form and send them a message. Another great quote that we use, kind of some verbiage to help, is by the way. So that can lead into a challenge group question, a coach discussion. You know, if they say, yeah, you know, I'm not working right now, I'm looking for some supplemental income or something to do on the side as a hobby, and you know they're really into their own health and fitness, then saying, by the way, have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? Or by the way, have you ever thought about joining one of my challenge groups? Those leading in questions can be amazing. They really help to kind of just lead you into that next question without being that pushy person. And then Sean's going to jump on. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself, and she is going to talk to you.
Oh, Annie.
Yeah.
Right. So, oh, there you are. Okay. I don't know. It went away for a minute. I couldn't hear you. Maybe everyone else could. Maybe I couldn't. Okay, guys. So we are going to be talking about, well, I'm going to be talking about setting goals. And this is something that I used to be really horrible about. And Lee, who's one of the coaches on our team, did an awesome training. It was a couple months ago now about the importance of setting goals, and about if you don't have a goal and a vision plan of where you want to be, that it's really hard to get there. And so we think it's really important as new coaches that you guys are having an opportunity to really learn about setting smart goals and making sure that you have a vision of where you want to go with this business. Really, as upline coaches, so if me or Annie or your upline coach, or you have an upline coach, jumping on the phone and having a goal setting session is such a great idea. So if that's something that you're interested in, talk to your coach about it, or sending them a message after this webinar with goals is another great idea, because then you can kind of toss back and make sure that the goals that you are setting make sense. But this is just a quote we put in. It was something that I believe was in Lee's presentation. It was just a goal without a plan is just a wish. So we all have these hopes and wishes and dreams and everything, but if you don't set solid goals and have a plan on how you're going to hit those goals, you're going to hit this point where you realize they're not coming true and that you're just wishing and dreaming about it. So next screen, Annie. Thank you. So there's 3 pretty simple steps to success. And it seems really simple. You have to do the work to get there. But the first thing that you need to do is the thing we're going to talk to you about tonight. I'm going to talk to you about setting goals and how to set really specific, great goals for your business. Then you need to make action steps on how you're going to get to those goals. So if you just set those goals and you put them up on a board and you say, yay, I'm going to hit Success Club this month. How are you going to do it? So you have to do the next step, and you have to make action steps of different things that you're going to do during the month to help you get to those goals. And then the final step is kind of really important too, guys, because you can make all those action steps and you can say, every day I'm going to message a certain number of people, but if you don't follow through and do it, you're not going to hit those goals you set in the first place. So it's a pretty simple layout, but you need to do all 3 steps in order to be successful. Next. Okay, so this is something that Lee shared with us about goal setting, and this is how these are the things I try to think about when I'm setting goals in my own business now. So call them SMART goals. So you got an acronym to remember with. And I'm sorry, I should shut my Facebook down. So you should have, first and foremost, you should have specific goals. So I like to tell my coaches, sometimes they'll say to me, well, I want to get some Success Club points this month. How many Success Club points do you want? How many people do you want to help? Or I have a goal of running a challenge group this month. Okay, be more specific. At what date do you want to run a challenge group by? And more specific would be, what kind of challenge group do you want to run? How many people are you hoping to have in that challenge group? Like, be very specific with your goals. The more vague you are, the harder it is to nail down an action plan of what you have to do to get there. They need to be measurable. So it's kind of back with the specific part of it too, but it has to be something that you can measure. It's something that you can look back at and be like, okay, I set a goal that I was going to help 5 new people this month. I was going to hit Success Club 10. That's a very measurable goal, because then you can go back after the month is over and be like, okay, I hit Success Club 8. I helped 4 people, so I didn't hit my goal all the way. I still did great. What is something I can do this month that can help me to be more successful? So you want it to be something that's measurable. Like, I would like to add 2 new coaches. I would like to hit Emerald. I'd like to add 2 new coaches to my team this month. That's something you can measure. You know, you can look back on and be like, okay, how many new coaches did I add to my team? It has to be something that's achievable. So if you're really busy working, I'm just making up an example. Let's say you work full-time, you have 2 little kids at home and a really crazy life, and you have like an hour a day that you can put into this business, and you say to me, in 1 month, I'm going to hit Diamond, which is like 8 coaches and 2 emeralds, and like it's a very big goal. I'm going to say yay for having high hopes, but it's not really an achievable goal. You're basically setting yourself up. You can push for that, but you're going to end up going crazy trying to do it an hour a day in the craziness of your own life. So you want it to be something that's achievable with the time that you have to put into this business. So if you have an hour to put in a day, realistically hitting Emerald in a month can be possible for some people if you put a big focus on finding new coaches, or hitting Success Club 5 your first month, or hitting Success Club 5 your first couple months. If you have more time to put into the business and you're saying, Shawn, I can put 3-4 hours in a day, you know, aiming for those bigger goals are more possible. So just make sure it's something that's achievable. I'm really big on setting big goals, but they need to be realistic. It needs to be something that you can actually, in that time frame and the amount of time that you have to put in the business, that you can hit. It needs to be relevant. So it has to be related back to the business. So it can even be related to your health and fitness. But if one of your goals, if you're setting goals for Beachbody and one of your goals is, I'm going to cook 1 new meal a week, I guess if it was healthy, it could relate back to your health, but it doesn't really relate back to your business goals, learning to cook a new meal, unless you're going to post about it on Facebook for your business, then it would be. So it needs to be something relevant. It could be, I'm going to learn to play the piano. That's awesome. Great goal. Maybe you can get some posts out of it. Take a video of you playing the piano for social media, but it's not really relevant to your business. So you want to pick things that are relevant. Success Club, adding new coaches, helping people, posting on social media, those types of things are things that relate back to being a coach. And they have to be timely. You have to have some type of timetable set. So you can't be, I'd like to hit Emerald sometime this year. I mean, you really need to look at a specific timetable. Well, where in this year? Are you saying by the end of the year you want to hit Emerald? Are you saying maybe in the next 2 months you'd like to hit Emerald? I'm always asking my coaches, by what date? I love to do that lately. I'll be like, well, I actually did it. I talked to Aaron on the phone tonight, who almost has Diamond rank. And I'm like, by what date do you want to hit Diamond? What date are you going to hit Diamond by? I mean, you can get very specific, and that can be scary. That's one thing about setting goals. Sometimes you're going to set these SMART goals, and they're going to be super smart, and you're not going to hit them. And that's just part of it. But if you don't have a goal at all that makes sense, you have nothing to aim for. So that's kind of the layout. So when you're writing goals for the month, for your business, and you're sitting down and trying to figure them out, make sure that you go through the SMART acronym and that you're hitting all of these different areas. I think the last screen. Okay, so the pyramid of goal setting. So this seems really simple, but this is so helpful. A lot of people get caught up on how to set goals. Should they be long-term goals? Should they be what I'm doing today, what I want to happen this month? And really, you should do all of them. So you should really have, the way that I look at it is starting with a long-term goal. So maybe thinking about where you want to be by the end of this year and having a vision, first a vision in your head I like to think about what it's going to feel like to hit those goals at the end of the year. So for example, for me, I would love to have at least two coaches on my team hit diamond. I would love to be a premier coach, which is something in the Beachbody world that's pretty elite. You're in the top percentage of the company. I would like to, have hit Success Club 10 every single month for the whole year. Like I have these long-term goals, like of where I want to be at the end of the year, income-wise and everything. So once I know what those long-term goals are, and I've used the SMART acronym to write them down, then you work backwards and you think, well, what do I have to do? What goals do I have to hit every single month in order to hit that point? So maybe it's add 4 new coaches. Maybe it's help 4 of my coaches hit Emerald rank. Maybe it's, hit Success Club 10 every single month. So then I set monthly goals off of that long-term goal. So it's basically everything I'm doing monthly is going to get me to that long-term goal. Then once I have my monthly goals, I set, well, what do I have to do every single week? What do I have to do every single week if I want to hit that monthly goal? So I need to make sure that I'm messaging a certain amount of people, or that I'm hitting so many Success Club points per week, or that I'm talking to so many people about the coaching opportunity every single week. So then I have these weekly goals that are going to help me get to my monthly and long-term goal. And then finally, you're going to sit down and make those daily goals, those concrete things that you're going to do every single day, which is like your power hour. How many people are you going to message? How many people are you going to talk about the coaching opportunity? How many minutes am I going to spend on personal development and all those types of things? So which, like I said, is like basically your power hour. So those are going to be your daily goals that you're going to hit every single day. And then immediate goals, when I think about immediate goals, those are things you can do right this moment. One of them could be writing down your goals. So that's an immediate goal. You could be like, okay, immediately when I get off this call, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do this pyramid of goal setting, and I'm going to use the SMART acronym, and I'm going to do that. Another immediate goal could be planning out your month. So you know now what you need for your daily, weekly, and monthly goals. You know what to do. So now you can pull out a calendar, and something you can do immediately in this moment is start to fill out that calendar with everything you need to do in the month of September to be successful. So immediate goals are things that you can check off right in this moment. Maybe it's download the podcast app to your phone, because you can do that immediately, and that's going to help you get your personal development in every day. So that's the pyramid of goal setting, and that's it. If you have any questions, you guys can go to the, we made it in 20 minutes. Give us some love, people.
Record time here.
Holy moly. I haven't looked to see if anybody was.
I haven't seen anything come through. I was kind of watching my phone just to make sure.
Ashley said she jumped on. If you have questions on goal setting or social media or anything in general, Annie and I will stay on for another 2-3 minutes.
You can post your questions in the group. Wow, we're good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good question type subjects. You know what I mean? Unless they have specific questions, I guess, about either one, but I guess everybody is good. We still have a couple viewers, so wait another minute.
Sure thing.
Because they're always playing catch up now. But then I think we'll let everybody go for the night. Well, that's good. Now I can get a bunch of stuff done. All right, everyone. I think we're going to cut it. No one's commenting any questions. If you have any questions, comment them in the group under the post.
And we will respond.
Night, everyone.
Night.